I've done a lot of block work in the garage. It's really done a lot today, block work. It's looking good. We've got a door entrance. It's crazy. And they've also done first bit. Oh my god, load of dust just then. First bit of our exposed brick wall, which we've got in the kitchen diner area, which is furnace and the blender, so it's the external bricks. So that's so exciting to see that. But yeah, they've done a lot today of block work, so it's really coming along. So we have a exposed brick wall now, yay! It's really weird that we've got something that's actually gonna be in the finished house, done already, and it looks really, really good.
And the sofa's gone.
Yes.
Oi.
Yeah, we had a sofa, a block sofa, which you might have seen on Instagram, which is gone. Oh my god, but the cushion is still here. Yeah, so we're at the end of week 11. The brickies are off tomorrow. They're basically, rather than have like weeks off holidays and stuff, they'll have like the odd day off. So we've got all the rest of the block work, the garage done, start of the internal here, and probably shown you this bit before already anyway, but yeah, the exposed brick wall looks so good. And we decided to have a few of the would you say just like a bit of white, like painted bit to make them look a bit more reclaimed, and then they're going to start on the fireplace next week, and one of the brickies is really excited to do that because we're going to have a chevron style pattern and have it all open all the way up to the ceiling, which is going to look really good. I'm excited to see that. So yeah, that's week 11. Hi guys, so we're in another week of the build. We're in week 11 now. Crazy, it is properly flying. Bricklaying's been carrying on this week. They finished the front part of the brickwork on the house, and moved on to the block work now in the garage, and they've started on block work around the house as well. They've actually done the exposed brick wall that we're going to have in the kitchen diner area, which I'm like, I didn't realise that we'd have something like a finished feature. Like we could actually say, somebody said on Instagram, like you can say that you're actually onto your interiors now, which I thought was really good. Yeah, so I'll show you the brick wall. We've put a photo of it on Instagram as well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for week 11. We've picked our stone sills and heads and sills. We've decided on those and they've been ordered. Scaffolding's going to be sorted out probably next week, and we're hoping that we get to keep our porch, because the house is going to be really close to, well, is really close to the house we're living in. So I've always been of the mindset that we might have to lose the porch because of how close it is to the house. Andy's always like, I don't think we will do, but I mean, I'll show you now. I think they're probably going to say they might need to come down, so let me just show you. So this is the porch, and this is the house. And this is obviously our garden we're using at the moment. So the scaffolding obviously is going to have to come really close to this because we've got our bifold here. Yeah, so I don't really know exactly how this is going to work so that we can carry on using this side garden for the dogs, because otherwise we'll have to use the garage door to take them out, but they won't obviously have a garden then. So we'll see what they say when they come, because it might be that we have to lose the porch so that we can carry on using this bit. Hello there! And the hot tub is fully set up. Last week when I was doing the vlog, we were waiting for it to heat up. We've used it a few times since then, and it's been really good. Like last night we used it at night time with the LED lights working, which is really cool. And I think we've got it up to 38 degrees now, so that's the optimum temperature for, seeing as it's a bit colder out as well and there's no sun, which is a little bit rubbish. yeah, so I'm just walking around our site now. We have got some more block work, like I say, and a lot more bricklaying as well has been done. So I'll show you around our site now. So this is our exposed brick wall, and we're going with the same brick that's the external brick. I think I've done some a couple of little videos as well during the week, which we'll be inserting. But yeah, this is how it looks. Looks when you decided to go with a few bricks that have got the white on them, which looks pretty cool. Andy's like moving some blocks around, being all like manly and doing a bit of labour. So week 11, some more brickwork around the front is done, which we've got round here. So they've done the last bit of that, and then they have been doing the block work in the garage and where the kitchen's going to be. Some more where we've got a floor to ceiling with glass. I always want to say glass window, I mean it's a glass window. And they've done the jut out block work as well, and they finished off the block work in the garage. It feels almost like a proper room now. The garage is going to be insulated so that we can use it as a room in the future if we want to. So that's pretty much everything for week 11. Week 12, what's week 12 going to be? More block work?
Yeah, chimney.
Oh yes, yeah. So with the fireplace we're going to have it brick all the way up to the ceiling, and we're going to have a chevron style. And we've been deciding, haven't we, whether we want to go with
2 bricks or a brick and a half or 1 brick wide.
Yeah, and we think 1 brick wide might actually be better. It might just work. It might just make it look a little bit, just look a bit
Squarer. I want it to look sort of
Look at Lola.
narrow, I think, taller.
Look at her.
Hello. Watching. There's the camera. So, alright.
Yeah, so we think we'll go with the chevron pattern for the fireplace and have it all the way up to the ceiling. So they're going to start, one of the brickies is going to start on that next week, and he's quite excited about doing that, isn't he, because he thinks it's going to look pretty good. And they'll be carrying on with the block work. So yeah, that's everything for this week. I'll also insert some Bruno time-lapse footage from the TLC 2020 camera that we've got, which was gifted. So we'll insert that now as well. But yeah, we'll do another video next week. Thanks for watching. Bye. So we're in week 12 now, and they have been doing the block work for the internal walls. So we've got a little bit that's coming through to the kitchen. We've got the doorway through to the utility, and then that'll be a doorway through to the toilet, doorway through to the snug. And this middle part section is the hallway. So we'll be having, and then we've got a doorway here into the living room, and they've been doing more block work in the living room, and then that'll be where the fireplace is. So yes, lots of progress. So we're at the end of week 12 now, and we've got quite a high block work wall going on. where the kitchen is, through to the garage there, and we have got some doorways that are a little bit higher than they were a couple of days ago, and the exposed brick wall is a lot higher now. It's like deceptively high how the ceiling heights are going to be like, because they're pretty standard size, I think 2.415, which is pretty standard. And today they've done the chevron pattern for the fireplace, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's done such a good job. So we'll have that full height, which looks fabulous. So me from the future. You will have seen the footage of the week 12 and week 11 as well. Since because we decided to group it into one video. Well, I think it's more because Andy couldn't be bothered to do the editing of the video last week, and you get to the point where I think we got to Wednesday and I was like, have you done it yet? And he was like, well, that one doesn't need doing yet. I'm like, you've not even put week 11 on. What is that all about? So yeah, obviously this will be the end of the week 11 and 12, you start to lose track, video, in which they've done a lot of block work, as you'll have seen, and brickwork, and the exposed brick wall, and the fireplace. We've also made some decisions in these last couple of weeks as well. We were going to go with a glass floor on the landing, so that you could basically, when you walk into the house, you could see up and through to the roof light that we've got, and we've got a vaulted ceiling. We were going to do that because that was more sort of a compromise, because we couldn't really do the double height in the hallway. However, Harold, our builder, said to us the other day that it could work that we do double height when you walk in, because we're going to have a sloping roof, and then it will move on to the upstairs, so we can have, as you walk in, the landing, if we manoeuvre the doors upstairs, we can have the landing stop where the doors will be on either side of the gallery landing, which it won't be anymore, so that we can literally have it all open when you walk in. The only thing with that, the compromise with that, is that you need to have some sort of a beam across the stairs as support, which we think we could get something that we would be happy with. So we're going to go with that option. Another option was that we have the landing, it's hard to explain it, but like in your mind when you visualise it, have each side of the landing all the way to the front of the house, and then literally where the glass ceiling was going to be, have that bit open. But that will be quite difficult with us having a slope and then moving on to the upstairs. Yeah, so the best option, I think, and what I wanted initially anyway, was the double height when you walk in, because I just think, as Charlie Luxon always says, you know, you need to, the space in between spaces needs to feel really open, so that it gives a feeling of it being a spacious house, if you like. And yeah, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that option. What else did we decide on? We decided on the stone heads and cills for the outside of the house. We were going to go with Portland stone. I think it had been written on the plans by the architect, and we'd seen some. It's really, I don't know about anybody else, it's quite difficult to find all to see them on different houses, all the different options that you can go with. So we were going to go with Portland stone, which is really light, pretty much white stone. Then we've managed to get some different options from the place we're getting it from, Spinks. So we've got some of the samples, which actually I'll insert here now. So we've got our stone samples that we got from
Sphinx.
Sphinx. Is that the actual company that's going to be?
That's the merchant where you buy them through, but it's not the company.
Yeah, but it's not the company. So for any, like I was just saying about the stone, it's been pretty difficult online to find examples of the variety on people's houses because everybody seems to go for sort of like cream, and there's a lot of different colours that you can go with.
Yeah.
So if it helps anybody else, you have got yes, he's decided that he's getting involved in the video. This one,
Imaginatively called grey.
which is grey.
This is the one we thought we were going to go for.
Yeah, which I've also like talked about in the video as well. Very light in comparison. If you put it against this one as a comparison, because sometimes it can be a little bit difficult with videos to see. Yeah, so we've got grey and we've got Portland stone. We are going to go with the grey. What's that one?
YS.
YS.
York stone, probably.
York stone, yeah. I'd say that's probably the one that's like the one that a lot of people would
like
use.
More buff or
yeah,
cream coloured, yeah.
yeah. So we've got that one. We've got Cal.
Cal.
Anyway, it's got Cal written on the back.
That's it against York stone, so they're
Yeah.
the creamer ones.
Yeah. Hopefully this will help some people because it's
Cambridge.
really helped us. Cam.
Cambridge, and again that's against York stone.
That's York stone. That one's Cambridge.
And then the final one, which is actually quite nice in
Bath.
this outside, Bath.
Yeah. Bath.
So I think there's sort of, I would say those three are quite similar.
Yeah.
Those three are quite similar in sort of the grey scale.
So you've got so you've got grey,
Bath,
Bath,
Portland.
and as you can see, the Portland is really like white. I'd say that one would be the Bath would be if you're wanting to go for sort of an happy medium between. If you're wanting to go for something light and you don't really want to go too cream, Baths would be a good option. We've decided to go with the grey because we just think it's going to look good against the Furnace Ember Blend bricks, and we're having anthracite going windows, so we think it's going to be. And I've not seen a lot of houses that have.
No.
I think it'll look quite modern.
Yeah, but we also wet them, didn't we? So quickly wet.
I'm going to put them in the hot tub.
Let's get some water out.
Yeah, so we could show you what they look like when they're wet as well, which I think, which was really a good idea on your part. That obviously it rains, so you want to see what they would look like. Right, so the grey, wet. That one's the grey.
Makes it a bit darker, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit darker. That's the Portland. So the Portland probably looks a little bit more like the Bath when it's wet.
Yeah, it does bring a bit of colour out of it.
Yeah.
Not as white.
Right, what have we got?
That's the York stone.
York stone. Very yellowy, creamy kind of colour, that one, isn't it? I'm not that keen on that.
That's the Cambridge, I think.
Cambridge. Hopefully this will help
That's
some
the
people.
Cal. I've just wet half.
Alright, okay, so that one's the Cal. And
that's the Bath.
Bath. Yeah, I think if we weren't going for the grey, I would probably say the Bath.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that one's a nice sort of in between.
Start to look. Make sure you're looking at outside rather than inside, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. You can't. Yeah, right. Like you say, good idea with the wetting them to see what they actually look like. But it's just a shame that we can't properly see it on
a full piece of one. Yeah.
Until it comes.
But I think grey will look right anyway.
Yeah,
Like
I'm glad that we got
colour,
the samples. Yeah, I would definitely, if you're going for stone, recommend getting some samples, because it is really difficult online to see what they look like as well, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go. They're the stone options that we've had. As you will have seen from those, I think we had 6 samples. We've decided to go with grey. We think it just looks really nice against the Furnace Ember Blend, and it's just a little bit different. You see a lot of buff, I think it's called. You see a lot of the creamier stones colours, like yellowy, creamy, and we don't really want that. We want something a little bit different, so we're going to go with grey. brick, so we are really glad that we got the samples in the end, because the Portland stone just looks a little bit too harsh against the bricks. So that's something else that we've decided. I think that's everything for the last couple of weeks. So he's going to be ordering them on Monday, because we are obviously getting to the point now where we can get scaffolding up. So 12 weeks in, we should be in the 13th week of scaffolding, and hopefully that will be, yeah, like I say, next week. They're going to carry on with the internal block work, and we've had a load of blocks delivered on Friday, so tomorrow, Sunday, we are going to be moving blocks around. What a joy. Anything we can do to help out the brickies so that, you know, they don't have to do that when we can do it ourselves. Yeah, so that concludes our 11 and 12 weeks, and as always, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and click the notification bell as well, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, bye.